What up, though, people? Thank you for pushing play on the Lion's Word vlog. We are on chapter 63 of the book, the first book of Adam and Eve, and it is entitled The First Joy of Trees. All right, we're going to go ahead and jump in. If you would like to catch up to where I am so far, you can. Everything previous to this chapter is posted all the way up to chapter 63. How this has went is I started in Genesis. I got to Genesis chapter 5, and I felt the Spirit say, go ahead and, get down into, get up into the books of Adam and Eve. And then once I finish the books of Adam and Eve, because the books of Adam and Eve end right there at the time of Noah, then I'm going to go back up into Genesis chapter 6 for the time of Noah, and we're going to continue. And we're going to, like I said, Apocrypha, the Bible, the Kebra Nagast, all sorts of sacred books and different things that deals with this stuff. The scrolls that, the testament of the 12 sons, the scroll fragments of Mary of Magdala they've been finding, the books of Enoch, all of it. I'm getting all of it. All right, I'm getting all of it. So you want to follow, you want to subscribe, you want to hit the notification bell, share this information with somebody if it resonates with you. You know somebody it resonates with. Let's go ahead and jump into chapter 63. But Adam and Eve, as they drew near to the cave, saw two fig trees covered with fruit and overshadowing the cave. Then Adam said to Eve, it seems to me we have gone astray. When did these two trees grow here? It seems to me that the enemy wishes to lead us astray. Sayest thou that there is in the earth another cave than this? So now they're really starting to be like, man, I don't want to be tricked no more. That last time they getting a little bit more hit. So maybe they were in a different cave. Maybe they had probably traveled out then. And maybe they were in a different cave because maybe they just had to stop off. And so he's like, hey, get them figs, take it back in the cave. And so I don't know. I don't know. Now that we say that, because we just read, because how are they approaching the cave with, maybe this is just dealing with a different time, but I'm trying to figure out how they didn't know that the tree was growing. How far away was they from the cave? Like, did they really travel far? And then maybe, because remember, they did have figs in their cave. So I don't know. It's very interesting. But let's just keep reading. And maybe it's going to reveal itself, okay? Yet, O Eve, let us go into the cave and find in it the two figs, for this is our cave. Oh, maybe that was a typo. And the Spirit is saying, hey, the two figs in your cave, like, take them in your cave, the ones that I told you to get. It could be those. I don't know. Because maybe they still eating off them boys. Like I said, the figs back then were massive. Like, they different now, but back then they say everything would have been larger for sure, especially in the beginning. So yet, O Eve, let us go into the cave and find it in the two figs, for this is our cave in which we were. But if we should not find the two figs in it, then it cannot be our cave. Okay, there it goes. Or again, like I said, I'm just trying to figure out how the two trees came up that fast. Or hey, they're in the beginning. Maybe things grew differently back early. How could we know? Because we here, right? So let's just keep reading. They went into the cave and looked into the four corners of it, but found not the two figs. And Adam wept and said to Eve, are we come to a wrong cave then, O Eve? It seems to me these two fig trees are the two figs that were in the cave. And Eve said, I, for my part, do not know. Then Adam stood up and prayed and said, O God, Most High, thou did see. Now, this is what I said in the last video. Sorry to cut it off in the middle of the sentence. This is what I said in the last video. Yo, go ahead and pray and talk. Like you right there when you confused and you trying to figure out, go ahead and that's the pray without ceasing. Go ahead and pray when you get confused. Hey, talk to the highest one. Yo, man, listen, I don't know what's going on right here. I'm just going to leave this at your feet. I need an answer. Please help me understand what's going on. So I like this move right here. We're starting to see some wisdom from Adam and Eve here, because now they're starting to see some things that's making them realize, like, we don't want to be tricked no more. So now we about to start being very hyper vigilant about everything. Most High probably gonna get irritated with us because we're gonna be asking, hey, the wind just blew this way. Does that mean something? Let's keep reading. Yet, O Eve, Let us go into the cave and find it in the two. Already read that. Okay. Then Adam stood up and prayed and said, "O God, thou didst command us to come back to the cave, to take the 2 figs and then return to thee. But now we have not found them. O Most High, O God, hast thou taken them and sown these 2 trees? Or have we gone astray in the earth? Or has the enemy deceived us? If it be real, then, Most High, O God, reveal to us the secret of these 2 trees and the 2 figs." I like that right there. That's what I was saying in the previous video. Go ahead and petition, bro. Like, what pride you got to be sitting around trying to act like you know so much? Go ahead and ask, bro. Like, humble yourself. Bend that knee. Proverbially. Then came the word of God to Adam and said unto him, "O Adam, O first man, when I sent thee to fetch the figs, Satan went before you to the cave, took the figs, and buried them outside, eastward of the cave, thinking to destroy them and not sowing them with good intent." So those were the figs that they had in there from before. And he's like, go go there. There, take the figs to your cave. Remember, this is Old English, so when you're reading certain things, it don't mean what it sounds like here. It could mean something. He's like, look, go to the cave and take the figs that are there and enjoy them. But in Old English, you might have a word that pops up early up in the sentence, be like, hey, that should have been back here. That's why they fixed the language. And they still need to fix this. I'm not gonna be offensive. I'm just keep moving. Oops, sorry, Mosiah. The Spirit said, nope, don't do it. So not for his mere sake then have these trees grown up at once, but I had mercy on thee and I commanded them to grow. See, it's revealed. I love that when it happens, because I don't have to be right, man. I ain't trying to make this about me. I don't care. I don't care. Like, me, what I'm saying is, I don't care about me needing to be the one. Oh, listen to me, because I know everything. I'm sure you brother, listen to me, because I'm God. I'm Jesus. No, that's not what I'm saying. I commanded them to grow. So there we have our secret there. And they grew to be 2 large trees, that you be overshadowed by their branches and find rest, and that I make you see my power and my marvelous works, and also to show you Satan's meanness and his evil works. For ever since you came out of the garden, he has not ceased, not one day, from doing you some harm, but I have not given him power over you. I have not allowed him to have power over you. And then Yahweh, the Most High, said, henceforth, O Adam, first man, rejoice on account of the trees, you and Eve, and rest under them when you feel weary, but eat not of their fruit, nor come near them. Oh, that's interesting. Perhaps, maybe the fruit was bitter, not good for them. I don't know why he told them not to eat off of it. Maybe I don't know. Who knows? Let's just keep reading. And then Adam wept and said, "O God, wilt thou kill us again? Or wilt thou drive us away from before thy face and cut our life off from the face of the earth? O God, I beg of you." And it says, "I beseech thee." Old English. "O God, I beseech thee. O God, I beg of thee, if thou knowest that there be in these trees either death or some other evil, as at the first time, roots them up from near our cave and wither them and leave us to die of the heat, hunger, and of thirst." So he's like, what are we supposed to eat? What do you mean we can't eat them? "For we know thy marvelous," this is a lot. This is the final verse, man. Dang. And I record these in groups, so y'all gonna have to wait until next week. Y'all gonna have to wait until Tuesday, because you're gonna be listening to this on a Saturday, and you're gonna have to wait until Tuesday to hear chapter 64. I'm sorry, y'all. Final verse. "For we know thy marvelous works, O Most High, O God, that they are great, and that by thy power thou can bring one thing out of another without one's wish." That's deep right there. "For thy power can make rocks to become trees." Wow. "And trees to become rocks." Yo, ho, man. Dang. It's crazy what happened, but I'm sorry, I just kind of went ahead right there. I was just reading. Let me okay. That's the end of that's the end of chapter 53. We will talk about chapter I'm sorry, 63, and we will deal with chapter 64 next time, y'all. Hit that subscription button, hit the notification bell. Thank you for, pushing play on these. Um, if I appreciate it, I really do. I'm just someone being obedient and following what the Spirit told me to do. This is like a tithe. This is a tithe for me. This is a tithe for me. Okay, and that's it. That's it. All right. Um, Man, I kind of want to go into I'm not going to do it though. I kind of want to go into chapter 54 now because for like continuity, for continuity, it'll be kind of lit to just go into that chapter now. But I don't want this video to be. All right, you know what? I'm going to go into chapter 54 now. I'm just going to do it. It's only 9 verses. Yeah. Then God looked upon Adam and upon his strength of mind, upon his endurance of hunger and thirst, and of the heat, and he changed the 2 fig trees into 2 figs, as they were at first. And then said to Adam and Eve, each of you may take 1 fig. And they took them as the Most High commanded them. And he said to them, go ye into the cave and eat the figs and satisfy your hunger unless you die. So as the Most High commanded them, they went into the cave about the time when the sun was setting, and Adam and Eve stood up and prayed at the time of the setting sun. Then they sat down to eat the figs, but they knew not how to eat them, for they were not accustomed to eat earthly food. Wow. They feared also lest if they ate, their stomachs should be burdened and their flesh thickened and their hearts take to liking earthly food. But while they were thus seated, the Most High, out of pity for them, sent them his angel, lest they should perish of hunger and thirst. And the angel said unto Adam and Eve, God says to you that ye have not strength to fast until death. Like if you listen, y'all would die, so you need to eat. Eat, like what I just said, therefore, and strengthen your bodies, for ye are now animal flesh that cannot subsist without food and drink. They're still having hangovers from being in the higher state back into the lower state. So that probably means that they fully don't understand the lower state yet. They're still figuring it out. Then Adam and Eve took the figs and began to eat of them, but God, the Most High, had put into them a mixture as of savory bread and blood. And if you know about figs, then you know that's kind of like the texture, okay? It don't, not blood, it's just saying that it's red and the texture is kind of like savory bread. Then the angel went from, or like burgundy, or blood ain't necessarily always red, it's more crimson, okay? Remember that. So it's like a deeper, just look up what a fig looks like. Then the angel went from Adam and Eve, who ate of the figs until they had satisfied their hunger. Then they put by what remained, but by the power of God, the figs became full as before. Then they put by what remained, meaning they put away what remained. Like I said, old English, y'all, bear with me. They put away what remained, but by the power of God, the figs became full as before because God blessed them. Wow. That's deep right there. After this, Adam and Eve arose and prayed with a joyful. I mean, look at Yahshua when he pops up, right? Does he not change the water into wine? Like the things that he does, and it's not. I mean, let's talk about like Elijah, even before Yahshua, Moses, right? Like there's things happening around these people. There's things happening around these people elementally. Well, we know it's spiritual in nature, but it affects the elements. There's things happening around these people, y'all. Still to this day, there are Still to this day, except that people are just so desensitized and they're not paying any attention to what's really going on. Some people just want religion or whatever like that. But when you got your ear to the real ones, oh, you see the prophecies and you see the power that they have, and it's there, it's visible. In this day and age, it's a lot more prophetic and dealing with the words manifesting and things coming into fruition, and the Most High confirming through that. That's a miracle. You must understand. I believe one of the reasons why he's not allowing major things like this, like things changing and like these major what the church world would call a miracle, so much as to the point that we're like, oh, it's a miracle, I'm gonna pray, and if this was the last water on earth, I'm gonna pray and believe that this water fills up every single time, no matter what, and I'm gonna have all the water I need until it's time for me to die. Oh, it's a miracle. Like, they're looking for literal physical miracles. I think the reason why they don't have that is because what the scripture says. These men, oh, show us a sign. Because we know that signs are around your people and y'all always doing something spectacular, spiritual, and all this different stuff. Show us a sign. Oh. And he's like, man, I ain't what sign? The earth is the sign. The animals are the sign. You yourselves are the sign. The things that you've created are the signs. The fact that your human race is existing is the sign. What are you talking about? There's enough signs everywhere. Oh, but you know what? I'll give you this sign, prophetic. So I'm going to speak through my prophets, and then those things are going to manifest and come to pass. Okay? Final verse. After this, Adam and Eve arose and prayed with a joyful heart and renewed strength, and praised and rejoiced abundantly the whole of that night. And this was the end of the 83rd day. Remember a few chapters ago when it was talking about, or even in the previous chapter, when it said, oh, this was at the end of the 39th day. Don't be confused. That was dealing with the fasting and praying. So again, like what I said about when the Most High told them, oh, take the figs to the cave and all this other type of stuff. The figs were already in the cave. The figs were already in the cave. And this is Old English. So, you know, sometimes these things are not necessarily being broken down as far as the timelines right in the middle, or it's not saying, hey, this 39th day represents the 39th day of the 40 days of fasting. You just have to be reading and pay attention to know that. It could be confusing, and you could be like, wait a minute, I just read a few chapters ago, it said it was the 89th day. Now they're talking about the 39th day. That's a contradiction. No, it's not. It's just that you have to go ahead and plug in and dig a little deeper here. All right, that's it, y'all. That's the end of that one. I know that one was a little different because I actually started doing the outro. I probably lost some people on the outro, but if you stayed all the way to this second outro, thank you. Push the subscription button, hit the notification bell. If this information resonates with you, share it with someone. It might resonate with them too, that you probably know it will resonate with them too. Leave a comment, please. Let me know how you enjoy the vlog. Let me know that I'm tripping. Let me know I shouldn't be reading all this. And however you feel, leave a comment, please. Share it with somebody. And that's going to be it, man. Keep coming back. Y'all be blessed. Peace.